All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, we are back again on the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Another day, another stream, but the weekend is upon us. Well, here at least in Sydney, Australia, where I am. Definitely the weekend is upon us. It is 8:02 p.m. So, yeah, it's Friday night and bumper weekend shaped up of all sorts of Premier League matches, and not just Premier League matches. There's a whole heap of interesting games that's gone around all over Europe. I've got Monday off, so I've got Friday, obviously Saturday, Sunday, Friday night, obviously, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So you guys are going to expect, you guys are 100% expected to see a lot of streams, many uploads. It is still lockdown here in Sydney. Things are not the greatest at the moment, but it just allows me to do a whole heap of streaming. So I'm going to enjoy it, and hope you guys enjoy all the content that's going to be flying towards you guys throughout this next few days, next 2 to 3 days. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So this is the first stream today. In about 3 hours' time, there will be another stream, which will be the preview of the Arsenal versus Chelsea game, which I can't wait to do the preview of that. I've got RJ and Ishan coming for that. This particular show right now is me solo, which is brilliant. I get to talk to you guys directly, check out some of your comments and interact with you guys, directly on the topics that we're going to talk about, which is going to be very, very exciting. We've got a ton of news. We've got a ton of news to go through. There's never a relaxed day in the Chelsea community, and I like it. Do you know what I mean? We've got a lot of topics to talk about, which is exciting on a day-to-day basis. So Hakim Ziyech is back, ladies and gentlemen. Hakim Ziyech is back. I thought he's going to be away for a few weeks, but I'm so glad that he's going to be here. Where he's back in training. Whether he features against Arsenal, I'm not sure. I don't think he probably will, but him back in training is a very, very good sign. You know, we still got a few more days to go until the Arsenal game is about. So we'll see. We'll talk about that. Trevoh Chalobah is apparently staying at Chelsea. He is not going to be loaned. He is not going to be sold. He's still staying at Chelsea. This is apparently what Thomas Tuchel wants. So we'll definitely talk about that in more details. But apparently the pursuit of Jules Kounde is not been given up as well. So it's interesting where we can see Chaliba and Jules Kounde possibly play at Chelsea at the same time. Ethan Ampadu is another one that apparently Thomas Tuchel may just keep around if we don't, add anyone in midfield. So we'll talk about this. We did talk about this with Ryan yesterday in regards to the tactical sort of situation with Ampadu, where he could play as a backup and whatnot. I personally didn't think he had a chance, but it looks like he may. So we'll talk about that. Saul Niguez, bad boy Fabrizio Romano, has come out saying apparently Chelsea's considering Saul Niguez. Now, I've not watched too much of Saul Niguez because I don't watch that much of Atletico Madrid, but obviously I've seen Saul Niguez play in the Champions League, some matches in the La Liga. So we'll talk a little bit about that, whether we need him or not. Personally, I don't think we do need that kind of a, profile of a midfielder. But we'll see what the live chat has to say about that. And then we want to talk about Thomas Tuchel, nominated for Uefa Coach of the Year, which is a fantastic nomination. Of course, he deserves to be nominated, probably deserves to win it. So we'll talk about that. And lastly, we'll also talk about Kante and Jorginho nominated UEFA Player of the Year awards, along with Kevita Bruni. So it'll be very interesting to talk about that. I can't see how KDB wins that at all. But then there's also some section of the fan base, our fan base, is talking about, well, what about Mason Mount? What about Mason Mount? So we'll see. We'll see what happens over there. But before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got nearly 60 people live already. Smash the like button. Smash it. We are going to target for huge likes today. Let's get those likes up. Drag those likes up well over around 60 likes straight away. You guys are going to enjoy this show. I kid you not. You will definitely enjoy this show because it's me solo and I'll be connecting with you guys directly with your comments. So there is no doubt you're going to enjoy it. So smash the like button. Get those likes up to well over 50. Well, it's 60 now. So let's get it to 60 and see if we can keep rising it. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We are now running wild towards 8,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what we want to do. Try and get to that 10,000 mark as soon as possible. So next up is obviously 8,000. And check out the poll, ladies and gentlemen. Have a go at the poll that I've got out, which is, what do you want Chelsea to do with Ethan Ampadu? I really want to see what the live chat has to say about this today. So it'll be interesting to see how the poll sort of turns out to be. All right. Before I get into all the topics of the stream, you guys always know I love shouting you guys out. So that's what I want to do first up before we get into all the topics and before we get into all the discussions. First of all, Football Star, thank you so much, my man, for joining. Big up, Miz. Thank you heaps for joining. Suthasan, thank you, my man. Let's go. You're always here. Kartik is here. We've got Tumo. We've got Crixie. Thank you so much. Excited for today's show. 100%, man. You better be excited. It's going to be a stellar show, ladies and gentlemen. Hakiminator, it's been a while. Thank you so much for joining, my man. Always great to see someone who's propping Hakim Ziyech. I've always got time for that. Shamak 56 official, thank you so much for joining. Hello, my bro Miz. Hope you're doing well. 100% I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well, my man. Big weekend coming ahead. Obviously playing Arsenal, so hope everyone is doing well. Fahim, thank you so much for joining. Action Command, thank you heaps for joining. Fahim saying time for Mizball. You may see some Mizball when the preview is around. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the preview at 2 p.m. UK time. So stick around for the whole show. We'll make some announcement at the end. I've got plenty of streams, uploads coming out, but you guys are going to get treated royally during this particular weekend. Victor, my man, thank you so much for joining. Big up, Miz. How you doing? Doing absolutely fine, Victor. Hope you're doing well as well. Bonolo, good to see you, my man. Hope you get that jersey very, very soon, Bonolo. Get yourself that jersey, and I want to see you. Let me know when you do get that, and then hopefully you can send a picture, and maybe I can share it with the live chat that the channel was able to get your jersey, which is great. Tommy, thank you so much for joining. We've got, who else we got? I don't want to miss out on anyone. Saravanan, thank you heaps for joining. Antonio, thank you heaps for joining. Flyers, my man, thank you heaps for joining. Justice is here. Gianluca is here. Alex is here, yes. And Tulani is here. Lewis is here. Deals is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 85 people live right now after 8 minutes. Let's get those likes up. Let's not hold back on the likes today. Let's get those likes up to well over 80, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep up with the likes today. Get those likes up. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. CFC NYGDHP is here. What's up, Miz? Your Habibi is back. The Habibi is 100% back. What a news. What a news. All right. Let's get the show rock and rolling. And the first news is about Hakim Ziyech, my Habibi, our Habibi. Let's talk about Hakim Ziyech. Let's bring this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Newson, by the way, shout out to Adam Newson, man. If you're not following Adam Newson in football Twitter or any sort of social media platform, whether it be Instagram, especially in football Twitter, you're really, really missing out. He's an up-and-coming journalist. He's got some up-to-date news about Chelsea. I 100% go to him now for any sort of updates, so do follow him. This was up late yesterday. Hakim Ziyech back in Chelsea training today following his shoulder injury. Impressive recovery given Super Cup was just 8 days ago. Incredible. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel in the live chat or what you guys thought. I want to see what your comments are. Did you think when you saw that injury of Hakim Ziyech in the Super Cup, did you think that he was going to be gone for a while, or did you think he was going to come back? I personally thought I was shattered. I was really. You guys know how much I love this player unconditionally. I've just got this special love for this player, and I was devastated to see him injured. And I thought, wow, this guy's probably gone. This guy's probably gone for at least maybe 3-4 weeks. Who knows? And it was a shame because he had such a supreme preseason, one of the, strongest preseasons out of all the Chelsea players out there, along with obviously Trevoh Chalobah, who we'll talk about. And I thought Kalamatsanador had a very good preseason as well. But Ziyech, for me, was the standout player in regards to the preseason. And then, of course, 2 goals in the preseason against Spurs, a few goals beforehand as well. The big goal against Villarreal to get us into 1-0. And as soon as he was injured, I personally thought, all our creativity was gone after that. As soon as he was he was injured and he was gone, we struggled after that to create much. So when I saw that injury, I was really, really worried that he may be gone. But it looks like he's back. There were some pictures in the Chelsea Fifth Stand app showing that he's back in training. And I'm so glad that he's back. And I'm very amazed. Chelsea, the medics, the physios definitely did a fantastic job to get him back so quick. I know they said that there wasn't any dislocation, so that was a very, very big positive in regards to this. And Thomas Tuchel said that it was possibly going to be about a couple of weeks, but 8 days after, Super Cup was finished, incredible turnaround, incredible. I don't know whether he's going to feature against Arsenal. Obviously, we still got a couple of more days before the Arsenal game. I mean, if he's training, and let's be honest, I don't think he shouldn't be he shouldn't be undercooked. He's been playing, so he should still be match fit 8 days ago. I'm pretty sure he should still be match fit. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him in the bench. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you think he should be in the bench, or maybe just see this one out, maybe in the next match, see how it goes. I would think it's a bit too early to get into a match, but let's see what some of you guys have to say about this. Yeah, Victor's saying, I thought it would take at least 2 weeks. Well, that was the case, wasn't it? That was what Thomas Tuchel was saying in the press conference, that perhaps it was going to take 2 weeks, but my days, he's back. Justice, I thought it was going to be 1 month injury. That was my thought as well. I thought it was going to be 1 month that he was going to be away, but I can't believe how quickly this has turned around, which tells me that, it was definitely not a dislocation. It was obviously some sort of discomfort, but I'm glad he's here. Flyers, Ziyech, Lukaku, God made this match for us to experience. Yes, I'm looking for this particular combination, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honestly thinking Ziyech is going to get a lot more game time. I really am. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I know there's a lot of competition in this particular position. There's Mason Mount, there's Havertz, there's Werner, there's Pulisic, there's Kalamatsanador, who could play right wing back or up front as well. But I'm thinking Ziyech will feature a lot. Now that we've got Lukaku up front, a focal point up front, someone like Ziyech, being able to drop deep, pinging those balls, finding those long-range passes, or even linking up centrally, driving runs and then finding those key passes to Lukaku. I think this guy will play. I know. I feel like he will play. I know a lot of people, you guys are going to say, well, what about Mason Mount? I think Mason will get game times as well. But obviously someone's going to get hurt in terms of match time. and we will see a lot of rotation. We'll definitely see a lot of rotation. But this is one player I personally feel is an X factor for Chelsea. And now that we have a focal point like Romelu Lukaku, how can you not play Ziyech? How can you not play Ziyech? Chris is saying, what's up with Pulisic? I don't know. Strange. He wasn't there in that open Chelsea training session. So there's nothing news about him either, whether he's injured or not. There's been no journalists out there talking about it. So to be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Shyam Sundar, nice to see you, my man. Ms. Habibi is back, so is Mrs. Smart. 100%, man. 100%. It was so good. I literally woke up around 7 a.m. this morning, and I was just flicking through some news and saw that Hakim Ziyech was back, and it brought back such great feelings. Honestly, what a way to start Friday morning. So I was very happy about that. We've got, let's see what else you guys are saying about this. Let's pick up some nice comments. Ziyech should be benched and come on 75th minute. Yeah, Suthasan. I mean, if he's able to start training freely, he's still got training to do today and tomorrow. I see no reason why he can't get some minutes off the bench. I really can't. Hopefully, that is the case. That because if he's still injured, he wouldn't be training. Bottom line, he wouldn't be training. Okay, Football Style. I think he will be on the bench because we have the next game on next Saturday. Yeah. I do agree as well. I do agree. Pulisic probably out. I think he'll be on the bench. Yeah, look, we'll see what happens with Christian Pulisic. It's strange. There's absolutely no news that's been coming out. So we'll see exactly where things are at. And if Pulisic is not available, then probably someone like Hakim Ziyech is probably going to have an opportunity here. Victor saying the same thing. He's definitely not starting on Sunday, maybe bench. Yeah, I can't see how he starts, but possibly bench. Phantom on Many Topics, thank you so much for the super chat. My man, you always give me super chat about AFL. The live chat has no idea about the AFL. Phantom on Many Topics. It'll be very difficult to explain the whole situation. This weekend, I'm going with Swans and Kangaroos. Once again, live chat. Phantom of Many Topics is talking about AFL, Australian Football League. He seems like he's a Swans fan. Sydney Swans is the local team here. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. I personally, I haven't followed AFL for a very long time. Ishan, Swag Sesolo. I love this. You guys, you will see Ishan very soon in the channel coming up in about 3 hours time, 2 p.m. UK. We will have Arsenal versus Chelsea preview. Ishan will be there along with RJ, which will be very good. All right, let's get on to the next topic. Talal, thank you so much. Big up, Ms. Habibi is back. 100% Habibi is back. And I would love to see, even for a few minutes against Arsenal, and if he can whip in some crosses, some balls for Lukaku, and Lukaku can put it away, get Hakim Ziyech an assist, Lukaku goal. Wow. I had Hakim Ziyech in my fantasy football, but I had to take him out earlier this week because I just didn't think he was going to feature. But maybe it's time to bring back Hakim Ziyech and have Lukaku in your team. We'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next big news that I want to talk about, and I want to see what you guys have to say about this as well. I know we've covered this a bit, but it is a topic that now needs to be talked about in a broader perspective. And I also want to talk about the academy regarding this. All right, so Adam Newson reporting once again that, understand, as per a couple of others, Trevoh Chalobah is now staying at Chelsea this season. Plans to loan him out shelved by Thomas Tuchel. Huge achievement by the academy graduate to force his way in, much deserved. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, This is the standard. This, for me, is how you make it from the academy into the first team. Nothing is going to get handed to you. Nothing will be given to you on a platter. Nothing will be presented to you in a plate. All of these people that say, well, where's the pathway? Where's the pathway to the first team? You know, these academy players deserve to get more chances in the first team. Yes, they do, but you're not going to get handed that. You will not get handed that. This development from Chalobah, who's gone out on loans, several loans, done well, developed himself, had a preseason at Chelsea, and did not look at the preseason as that, I'm just making up the numbers. I'm just making up the numbers. And he's taken it very seriously. Started the preseason with, I believe, those in-house games. And then obviously there was the Bournemouth game where he was brilliant. Arsenal game, he was brilliant. Spurs game, he was brilliant. Then he gets that opportunity in that Villarreal game. I mean, look, yes, along the way, he has been lucky, but you need some luck as well. With hard work, you need some luck along the way. You 100% do. You can't just completely rely on hard work. You do need the Lord above to give you some luck as well. And he got lucky in the sense that players like Azpilicueta, Reece James, they came later into the piece. And he got that opportunity to play against Villarreal, and he was man of the match. Once again, he put in an absolute blinder of a performance against Villarreal, ensured that we stayed in the game in the second half. Trevoh Chalobah was immense in that second half. Immense defensively. And as a ball-playing centre-back, he's not bad at all. He definitely is not bad. Can he improve? Yes, he can. But I believe he will improve. He's not someone who's a novice to this situation. No. So he gets himself that opportunity to play against Villarreal, gets himself that Super Cup, academy player being loaned out, does well, comes back, smashes the preseason, gets the opportunity to play in the Super Cup, wins the Super Cup, gets to lift the Super Cup. What a story. What a story. And then, because of that fine performance, how can you drop him in the first Premier League game? How can you drop him in the first Premier League game? On top of that, the fact that Azpilicueta and Reece James weren't ready to start, he gets the opportunity to start against Crystal Palace. And what does he do, ladies and gentlemen? He smashes it one more time, puts in a man-of-the-match performance. Absolutely brilliant in the back three. Every now and then helping out in midfield, comes in, helps out Georgini to build up, helps out Kovacic as well, helps out the right wing back, has the idea of building up from the back, has great awareness in defending. Literally, Crystal Palace did not have any opportunity. And it's not just Chaliba, obviously. Kudos to Christensen, kudos to Rudiger as well, kudos to the whole team, defending as a team. But Chaliba, fantastic. And then in the second half, he drifts into midfield position. Kovacic lays off the ball, and he absolutely smokes a shot. Great technique in shooting. Keeper, absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. The ball arrows in, low, driven hard. Gets himself that goal. Drops down in his knees, and tears coming down. And Azpilicueta rushes into him first up. Jorginho rushes. Mason Mount rushes towards him. What a moment. One of the iconic moments already for me, ladies and gentlemen. One of the iconic moments for me. And the season has just started. That Trevoh Chalobah goal, we will look back at the end of the season and say, that was a fine, fine moment. That was one fine moment. So here we are in a situation where we were thinking about getting Jules Kounde and we were progressing well, apparently. Personal terms and whatnot apparently was already agreed. Jules Kounde was buzzing to join Chelsea. Jules Kounde has already rejected Arsenal, already rejected Spurs, and he had everything set up for Chelsea. But then comes Chaliba and absolutely blows the water out of the situation. But the chase for Jules Kounde is not over. Apparently, we're still interested. So, great news that we're keeping Trevoh Chalobah. He's not going to be sold. He's not going to be loaned out as previously thought. Initially, after the preseason was over, Thomas Tuchel had already said to the Chelsea board that you are not going to get rid of Trevoh Chalobah. You are not selling him. If anything, loan him out, and I do picture him getting promoted next season when perhaps Thiago Silva moves on and maybe Azpilicueta moves on. I don't know. Or maybe Azpilicueta stays, but he gets lesser minutes. So Chaliba was going to get the preference to come into the team. But now that he's put on some excellent performances after the preseason, Thomas Tuchel is just saying, well, his performances demand him to stay. It will be injustice. It will be injustice to send him on a loan now. It will be injustice. It will send out the wrong message to the academy players that are hoping to break in the way Chaliba has, the way Trevoh Chalobah has. It will be injustice from that perspective for them to think that, well, if this brother plays the way he has and still gets loaned out, what chances do we have? What chances do we have? So you do need to think about that. You do need to think about that. And I'm very, very glad that Trevoh Chalobah is going to be part of Thomas Tuchel's plans. And apparently we're still going for Jules Kounde. Apparently we're still after Jules Kounde. So let me know live chat what your thoughts are in regards to one, obviously Trevoh Chalobah staying. Does he start for you? Does he start for you once Azpilicueta is fit? Once Reece James is up and running? Does Trevoh Chalobah start for you, considering you still have Thiago Silva, Andres Christensen? And then if we do get Jules Kounde, does Jules Kounde start for you? Does Jules Kounde start for you? Justice is saying, Matt Law says this morning that Chelsea's still after Kounde. Yes. I saw that article. I might just bring that up. This is the article. I can't really get into that article because it is subscription based. Chelsea remain interested in Kounde despite Chalobah rethink. So we are definitely interested. We are keeping Chalobah and we are definitely interested in Jules Kounde. So I want to hear from you guys now. How do you play this out? Does Chalobah start for you? If Kounde comes in, does Kounde start for you? Think logically how you're doing all of this stuff. All right, let's check out some of these comments. Guys, we've got over 180 people. We've got 60 likes. Get the likes up to well over 150. You guys are enjoying this stream. I can see it. The live chat is buzzing. Get those likes up to well over 150, nearly 200 now. You guys are here. Get those likes up to well over 150. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. We are running wild towards 8,000 subscribers. It's going to be another great milestone. We went from 6,000 to 7,000 like that. And all because of your help, because you guys have been enjoying it all this time. So we want to do the same thing from 7,000 to 8,000. Let's get there. Hurry up and let's get there. And let's get those likes up to well over 100. We've got nearly 200 people live. Let's do that. Let's get there. All right, let's check out some comments here. Let's see what you guys have to say about Trevoh Chalobah. and Jules Kounde. It's going to be very, very interesting to talk about this. Okay. Stop. Miz, need to fix up these mods timing people out for their opinions. Guys, look, I'm seeing a lot of these comments here. The mods that I've given the opportunity to be the mods, don't time anyone out over an opinion. The opinion could be different from you, and that's fine. The opinion could be different from me, and that's fine. As long as it's not abusive, ladies and gentlemen. We've got nearly 190 people, nearly 200 people. Please be respectful. I sincerely ask every single one of you guys, this is the channel that I'm trying to establish here, where we want to be respectful towards fans. We want to be respectful towards players. Very, very important. So whatever opinions you have, I don't mind, as long as it's respectful towards the fans, respectful towards the players. I've got no issues about that. So please, mods, please do not time out other opinions, whether it be, something that you may not agree on, whatnot. As long as it's not abusive, as long as it's not hate, please don't time that out. I sincerely ask this from you guys. Okay, bro, it happens way worse in Australia. What about Tomori? Never got a decent crack, even though he showed potential. Yeah, okay. Let's talk a little bit about this. Alexander Kurika. What about Tomori? Never got a decent crack, even though he showed potential. Okay. I'm going to share a bit of a story with you guys. And it's up to you guys if you want to believe it or not. I know few in the knows in the community, Chelsea community. And when that issue about Fikayo Tomori was going on with Frank Lampard, you got to understand, Frank Lampard was the one who gave Fikayo Tomori the break. So it's not that he didn't get a decent crack. Frank Lampard did give Tomori the break. He was, I believe, Fikayo Tomori was the player of the season at Derby. Obviously, then he came over, had a very good time initially with Frank Lampard. But the end of the first season of Frank Lampard, and of course, last season in the beginning of that Frank Lampard era, apparently he fell out. Apparently, Frank Lampard did not fancy this player anymore. This is the news that I was getting from the in the knows, I suppose. They were saying that Frank had asked Fikayo Tomori to work on certain things, his aerial ability, certain parts of defense, and also apparently some personal sort of way Tomori carried himself outside of the football club. They told him to just relax on a few things. And apparently he didn't do that. I find that very hard to believe. I really do. But it is what the in the knows are saying about him. But I find it how Tomori would be one of those players who wouldn't want to take feedback. But it is what it is. It is what it is. He's moved on and now he's doing great at AC Milan, and I hope he absolutely kills it. Yeah, action came in. Chaliba took the chance so well. Really happy for Chalobah. 100% took the chance so well. Roby saying, Miz, did you watch the video Trevor ignoring Kante when he wanted to shake hands with him? It's so funny. Yeah. Well, by the way, Roby, was that Trevoh Chalobah or was that Nathaniel Chalobah? I'm not sure if that was Trevoh Chalobah. I could be wrong. Shayam, Chalobah is the latest example of the kids at the academy now. You know what? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. Chalobah is the latest example for the kids at the academy now. He's gone out a number of loans, waited for his opportunity, and now he's broken out. This is so important. This is exactly what I wanted to, pinpoint out in this whole Trevoh Chalobah discussion, that I personally think this is how you make it to the Chelsea first team. You're not going to be just able to just force yourself. Like, I know a lot of people were saying how fantastic Tino Livramento is, and he is, no doubt. He's starting for Southampton. Unbelievable. £5 million we sold him for on his last year of contract. Madness. It shows the kind of a special talent that Tino Livramento is. But at Chelsea, he wasn't going to start. He just wasn't going to start. That was my belief. When you already have Reece James, Azpilicueta, there was talks about Hakimi. Obviously, when Hakimi didn't happen, I wanted to see Livramento be at least in the team and be as a rotational player. But I think this player did not want to be a rotational player. He wanted to start. And that's why he's left. But good thing is, we've got a buyback clause on him. We have a buyback clause. But for me, it's what Shyam is saying. This is how you make it to the Chelsea team from the academy. Superb loan spells. Go out there and showcase your talent in other clubs as well, not just in the academy. And then come back. Have a solid preseason. Take it seriously. Whatever game comes to you, take it seriously and impress the manager with hard work. And for me, that is the pathway to the first team. That is definitely the pathway. Like now we have Armando Broja, who's gone to Southampton. I want him to kill it at Southampton. Train hard. Train super hard. Big move to Southampton. What a stupendous, loan opportunity. Whenever you get the chance, whether you get the chance or not, I don't know. But whenever you do, that odd chance that you do, kill it. Absolutely kill it. Don't leave anything behind. And then when you have the opportunity to come back next season, in the preseason, just grab it with both hands, mate. Grab it with both hands. Let's see what else you guys have to say. Pulisic only gets priority over Cho because he's cost 50 million and Cho's free. That's what Ralph's saying. Perhaps, I don't know. Alex is saying, do you speak Hindi? I can definitely speak it. Not fluently, of course, but I definitely understand it. I watch a lot of Hindi movies and whatnot, so I definitely understand it. My background's from Bangladesh, so people in Bangladesh watch a lot of Indian stuff. Culture is very, very similar. Robbie, we still could get Kounde if Zuma is sold. Trevor staying has no effect on Kounde deal. Yeah. I think so. I mean, at the end of the day, let's think about this a little bit. We weren't really expecting a position for Trevoh Chalobah, were we? So before the preseason, we weren't expecting there was a spot for Trevoh Chalobah. Obviously, he's had a fantastic preseason, and that spot has materialized now. But there was always conversation that Zuma was going to go and a new CV was going to come in. So for me, we've created a spot for Trevoh Chalobah. So the whole notion of we still could get Kounde if Zuma is sold, Trevor staying has no effect on Kounde deal. Yeah, Trevor staying has no effect on the Kounde deal now. But I don't think we expected the Trevoh Chalobah spot to open up prior to preseason. This literally got materialized because of how well Trevoh Chalobah played. And that's why what I'm trying to say is that, well, that would have been Kounde's position. Trevoh Chalobah got Kounde's position because Zuma was going to go and Kounde was going to come in. But now we created another spot for Trevoh Chalobah and also, Zuma going and Kounde coming in. So we've created an extra spot in my opinion. Deals, we'll get Kounde because Thiago Silva's age. Yeah, look, we do need to start thinking about the future. That's the thing. We need to think about the future. If we let go of Thiago Silva next season, then we do need to start thinking about the future. And Kounde would definitely be the future. But then you have Christensen as well. You've got now Chaliba in the mix. So Rudiger is still in his prime. I hope he does sign the contract extension. And yeah, I mean, Azpilicueta, whether he leaves, that's another story as well. We'll see what happens. Let's have a look at some other comments here before we go off to the next topic. Talal, great work from Tuchel to give players a chance. Not always working, but sometimes you get a gem. Hope Chaliba is. There you go. A lot of people are saying, oh, now that Frank Lampard is gone, are we going to get opportunity from the academy already? You're seeing Thomas Tuchel giving a lot of opportunities. Tina Angerini is still in the team. Don't forget. Billy Gilmore is on a loan, so he's still in the mix. So Thomas Tuchel is picking out the best of the best and ensuring that they do have an opportunity. Ralph is saying, Miz, how do you feel about Maxime Cacaret? Honestly, Ralph, I've got no idea about this player. I have to be honest. I haven't watched him. I don't get to watch too much of Liga. So I'm not really sure. I'll check up on it. See what happens. Let's see what else you guys are saying about all of this. Michael AC, they also say attitude and not training well with Tammy Cho and Tomori, mid-managing of a young player. 100% right, Michael. 100% right. Yes, you can train well, but it's the attitude factor has to be very right. You're so spot on, Michael. And you can see someone like Chaliba, who recently, I believe, said Daniel Sturridge told him to forget about parties at the time being, my man. Forget about parties. Concentrate on football. Rest. Sleep. Sleep well. Rest well. Very important. Very, very important for development. So, yeah, the mindset, the attitude, along with hard work is very, very important in all of this, undoubtedly. AKA, big up Chaliba. What else you guys are saying? Let's see what else you guys are saying before we go on to the next one. So R9 Melu, guys, we've got over 200. Let's get those likes up to well over 150, guys. Push those likes up if you guys are enjoying this stream. We've still got a lot of things to talk about, and then we've got another stream coming out in a couple of hours' time, which will be the Arsenal preview, where Ishan and RJ will join. It'll be a fine damn preview as well. So do stick around for that. And we will have a part 2 of the preview tomorrow, where we will do the Arsenal perspective. Sir Romelu, Livramento wasn't prepared to take the patient approach that Chaliba has, but Chaliba has shown if you're good enough, you will eventually get there. There you go. Patience is virtue. Patience is virtue of life. If you stay patient and work hard, have right attitude, you will get there. You will get there. But look, there's no one particular way of getting to your destination. There's several ways of getting there. And Livramento has chosen a different way. And that's fine. That's okay. He's getting to start for Southampton, which is fantastic. We've got the buyback clause over there as well. So if he does well and we believe that he deserves to be back, we'll buy him back. We'll buy him back. So there are other ways. Obviously, as you can see, Romelu Lukaku, he wanted to start. But 10 years ago, he couldn't start. So he left. Now we've brought him back. Now he's a superstar. He's one of the best strikers in the world. So there are ways you can come back. The time will come. The time will come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the next piece of news, which is about Ethan Ampadu. This is interesting. This is going to be something I want to see what you guys all have to say about this. And we kind of talked about this yesterday. Do check out the video that I had with Ryan yesterday, where we talked about Ethan Ampadu a little bit when we were doing the tactical analysis. Ryan had a lot of praise for Ethan Ampadu, and I will talk about that. There will be a video upload that will be dropped later today. So do look out for that. That will be the Ethan Ampadu drop. And yeah, it's a snippet from that show with Ryan about Ethan Ampadu, so do look out for that. But this news over here, Ethan Ampadu is being kept around the first team setup by Thomas Tuchel, as he can play CB and DM. Chelsea are not yet ready to accept any loan offers for the Chelsea youngster, Isaac Kinsella. It seems to me that Tuchel is preparing in case there's no more signings. Now, this is interesting because Ethan Ampadu can play as LCB. We've seen him do that for Sheffield United. And at the moment, we don't have a backup for LCB. Let's face it, in Rudiger's spot, I don't really want Christensen to play there. Thiago Silva, I don't want him to play there. If we get Jules Kounde, I'd rather Jules Kounde play on the right side. So that left side is a little bit vacant in terms of a backup. Zuma, we've seen what he's capable of, and he looks like he's going to be leaving anyway. So that's one spot he can play. And also, that missing spot in the midfield. We will talk about Saul Niguez. Saul Niguez is another one that's come into fray. There's some reports coming out that from Fabrizio Romano saying Chelsea will decide in the next few days whether to buy a new midfielder or not. Keeping an eye on Saul Niguez. He's considered a possibility, not advanced yet. Atletico Madrid will decide soon about Saul's future. Chelsea are still working on Kounde deal too. I can't believe how Saul Niguez, I thought this whole thing was done to Liverpool. I can't believe how Saul Niguez to Liverpool is not complete yet, which is strange. Now, for me, I want to hear from both these players, Ethan Ampadu, Saul Niguez, from the live chat, nearly 234 right now. Who do you prefer in that midfield? Because we have Kante, we've got Jorginho, we've got Kovacic. Kante is the destroyer type, seek, win the ball, interceptions, very good connector in the midfield area. Kovacic is from deep, driving forward, great ball control, excellent press resistant player, has good passing as well. So for me, Kante and Kovacic, not like for like, but they do have some similarities. Jorginho for me is the one that is, Kante is not a Jorginho and Kovacic is definitely not a Jorginho. Kovacic can fill the position at times, but he's not the register kind of position that Jorginho does for us. Deepest midfielder, the metronome, one-touch passes, keen build-up, creating those little triangles, beating the opposition press, opening things up in the middle, finding those key passes, and then allowing the forwards to express themselves. We don't have that particular of a register kind of player. Is Ethan Ampadu someone who could possibly do that? As a backup, not as a primary starter, but as a backup, just in case, touch wood, something happens to Jorginho in terms of injuries, out of form. Can someone like Ethan Ampadu fill in? If we don't get your Shermani, Declan Rice I think is out of the cards already. I don't think we're going to get Declan Rice. Declan Rice is out of the cards. West Ham's not going to sell now that we're into the season. It's going to be difficult for them to find a replacement as well. So I don't think that's going to happen. Shermani, perhaps. He could possibly play as the deepest midfielder, but apparently his strength is box to box. So, the Kante type of player. Now looking at Saul, I can already see what you guys are saying. Saul is on 260k wages. By the way, his contract ends in 2026. That's insane. I don't understand why he's getting rumored to every club. I thought he would have fit in nicely for Liverpool because the way I picture Saul, and once again, live chat, I've not watched too much of Saul. I've only seen him in Champions League and bits and pieces here and there in La Liga. For me, he's a workhorse. He's someone intense. Similar characteristics like a Mason Mount, can run all day long, can press well, counter press well, very good with ball control, great passing ability. I'm not sure whether he's an out-and-out goal scorer. I don't think he's an out-and-out goal scorer. That's what I've seen. You can let me know whether he is or not. But for me, I don't think he's he's a regista, and I don't think he's a Kante or a Kovacic type of a player. I don't know if we need that type of a midfielder. For me, he seems like more like that Wijnaldum type. Do you know what I mean? Saul is not a DM, guys. Yeah, Talal, I personally think I don't think he is a DM. I don't think he's a DM. Shingo, Atletico bought Rodrigo de Paul. Saul can go. Saul is over to. Yeah. Now that is something. Rodrigo de Paul is a fantastic player. I've seen a lot of him throughout that Copa America. Absolute steal for Atletico Madrid to be able to get a player like Rodrigo de Paul. And that's probably why. And Rodrigo de Paul, he's someone, not only he can play in midfield, but he can go forward, create, score. Very different type of a midfielder. Very different type of a midfielder, and very, very clever midfielder. And that's probably why Saul needs to go. Saul is not obviously not completely like Rodrigo de Paul. He can play somewhat, I believe, like that. But Rodrigo de Paul is a massive upgrade to Saul. And that's probably why Saul's looking to get out of there. Marva, I wouldn't mind keeping Ampadu. Yeah, let me know, live chat. Let me know how you feel about this whole situation about Ampadu. I believe Adam Newson had an article as well. The last couple of seasons away on loan haven't been easy for Ethan Ampadu. What comes next for the 20-year-old is very important if he's to fulfill his huge promise. Let's have a look at this article just quickly. See what Adam Newson has to say about this. Chelsea's forgotten man can prove Antonio Conte right if transfer moves comes off. Prove Antonio Conte because it was back in that time. I mean, does it really matter? Anyway, I don't think Antonio Conte cares too much about this now. Published 19th of August, 2021. There was very little for Chelsea supporters to enjoy during the 2017-18 campaign. The Blues Premier League title defense was lackluster. Summer signings did not work out. Antonio Conte cut a rather miserable and frustrated figure. Talks a whole heap of other stuff. Ampadu would make 7 appearances for Blues that season, largely as middle centre-back in Conte's back 3. So there you go. Ampadu obviously has experience. As I said, for Sheffield United, he's played in a back 3. I believe for Leipzig as well, played as the middle CB in the back 3. He deserves to pay, Conte said in 2018. Can you guys see that? Yeah, hopefully you can see that now. What else does he have to say? From the outside looking in, Ampadu's season at Bramall Lane didn't seem overly beneficial. However, the 20-year-old, keen to take the positives from the difficult campaign, was disappointed to get relegated with Sheffield United. Any mistake on half a chance given they score after helping Wales reach the first knockout stage Euro 2020 this summer. Ampadu returned to Chelsea's pre-season. He has worked with Thomas Tuchel's squad since and played friendly against Tottenham Hotspurs at the centre-back. And I don't think at the centre-back he was that great. I like him more as the left CB, and this is what Ryan was saying as well. I like him more as a left CB or as a regista kind of player. I think he's done that for Wales, and I think he can do that for Chelsea as a backup option, not as a frontliner, as a backup option if need be. There was an expectation for Ampadu. Would he head out on loan? Newcastle, there you go. Newcastle were interested in Ampadu. It was also intriguing to see Ampadu's role during one of the drills run by Tuchel in Chelsea's open training. During the rondos, he was one of the players used in the center to help circle. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. During the rondos, he was one of the 3 players used in the center to help circulate the ball. The other 2, Georgini and Kovacic. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ampadu training as a regista. Ampadu training as a regista. During the rondos, he was one of the 3 players used in the center to help circulate the ball. The other 2, Georgini and Kovacic. Very, very important to note this. Very important to note this. And this is why I feel the kind of midfielders that we're going for are not really the kind of midfielders that suit when someone like Jorginho is needing to be, have a backup for or needs a breather. Because right now we don't really have a Jorginho backup. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your thoughts are. Saul Niguez doesn't really come to me as a particular midfielder that I would go for. Doesn't fit our profile. Or Ethan Ampadu as a backup option. Let me see what you guys have to say about this. 252 live. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to well over 150. We are literally about, 36 away from 150 likes. Let's get those likes up to well over 150. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We are now running wild towards 8,000 subscribers. So let's get there together, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's check out some of your comments. All right, RM. I wouldn't buy a midfielder. As we know, Gilmore will be back, and I really don't want him being 5th choice, as we know how talented. See, that's the other point as well. That's the other point as well. I mean, is there a need to buy a midfielder, to be honest? We do need to think about the future. Someone like Jorginho is probably going to sign a contract extension. I can't see him going. Kante, how many more years we have, I don't know. But he may stick around for at least a couple of more seasons. Kovacic, another one, could sign a contract extension. Why would you want to leave the best football club in world football at the moment? The European champions. Why would you want to leave that? So many trophies to win. Premier League to win. Club World Cup to win. Domestic cups to win. Champions League again. Then we have Billy Gilmore. So we may just use what we have. We've got an Ethan Ampadu. Maybe we may use him. I initially thought maybe there isn't a scope for Ethan Ampadu, but now it looks like perhaps there is, if you think deep. Marva, Ampadu is still 20 years old. People talking like he's 26. Yeah, sometimes even I forget, honestly. And live chat, check out the poll that I've got open right now. Nearly 250 of you guys. What do you want Chelsea to do with Ethan Ampadu? What do you want Chelsea to do with Ethan Ampadu? Check out the poll. It is running live at the moment. Yeah, Ethan Ampadu is 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years old. He's still so young. And the stuff that Ryan was talking about yesterday, which the video will be out later today, that snippet of it, he's got high praise about Ethan Ampadu. He likes him as a regista or even as a backup left CB, because from that left CB, he can open things up and kind of be as a ball-playing defender as well. So very interesting prospect, very interesting prospect. And the fact that I just now read Adam Newson's article where it clearly states, just bring that up again, that during rondos, he was one of the 3 players used in the center to help circulate the ball. The other 2, Georgini and Kovacic. That's incredible. That's incredible. He's training to be a regista. He's training to be a regista. Margaret, it will be a year wasted for Ampadu. He will get no playing time and will stunt his development, sent on loan. Look, that is still an option. Send him on loan, get him to develop, but do you really think he's not going to get any game time? Do you really think if we don't buy a midfielder and if we don't get, there is no backup for Rudiger, and Rudiger will need rest, do you think someone like Ampadu won't get minutes? Even as a 4th choice midfielder, look at what we've got going on right now when Kante is injured. it's literally just Kovacic and Jorginho. So he could get minutes, and I think those minutes could be just as vital for his development as opposed to going out on a loan where, whether it's the right team, whether it's the right culture, the right philosophy. Because have a look at the loans that Thomas Tuchel has sent out on some of these players that he believes in. He believes in Broha, sent him to Southampton to Hasenhüttl, who's got that Bundesliga philosophy of pressing, counter-pressing. And he will learn those things from Hasenhüttl, and then he can come back and hopefully it's seamless for someone like Broha to fit in under Thomas Tuchel. You look at Billy Gilmore has gone to Daniel Fark. Once again, someone who's got that Bundesliga sort of experience, so he'll understand the pressing, counter-pressing. Yes, Conor Gallagher is probably the odd one now, but is Conor Gallagher, is he fancied by Thomas Tuchel? Is he fancied? So it's very important the kind of loan that Ampadu does go to. We'll see what happens. If he does go to a loan, that is. Michael AC, 5 competition is about 60 games. We need a big squad. Yeah, someone was saying somewhere around 65 games, apparently. So, yeah, there's a lot of games to go around. And then don't forget injuries and whatnot. That's always the case in a season. I don't rep Ampadu, Gilmore, etc. Same stuff I did for Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Robin George, I don't quite understand this. I don't rep Ampadu, Gilmore, etc. Same stuff I did for Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. I'm not really sure what do you mean by that. You don't rep them, so yeah, I don't really get it. As in, you don't believe in them? Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is probably... I mean, if Ampadu is the 4th choice midfielder, then I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will have to go on a loan. I think he will definitely have to go on a loan. Let's check out what else you guys are talking about. Isaac, thank you so much for this comment, my man. Ethan Ampadu has the potential to become a very good DM, as his ball playing ability is very underrated and his passing range is great, even when he was playing in a poor team like Sheffield United. Yeah. As an LCB, as I said, I don't think it was the greatest loan spell. I think it's got to do with Sheffield United being poor as well. But there's some absolute brilliant clips where he's been fantastic. His ball playing from that left side has been brilliant. So, yeah, I do agree. I do agree that his ball playing ability from the LCB and in the DM position could be excellent. And that's why he's now getting trained in the Chelsea team. You know, the rondo that they're doing, the guy in the middle is him. And, you know, he's being told to do those quick one-touch passes, being the guy in the middle to distribute those balls around. So very, very interesting. A couple of more comments and we'll move on to the next topic, which is the UEFA Player of the Year Awards and UEFA Coach of the Year Awards, which is going to be very, very great to talk about. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Fans of many topics. We don't need Ethan Ampadu. If you wouldn't buy him if he was on a different team, then we should sell him to buy better talent. Now, it's not about... We're not searching for a midfielder that needs to start. We're searching for a midfielder that can be a rotational player and that has a potential to be a very good player down the track. Ethan Ampadu is 20. So he can potentially become a very, very good player. So we do need to think about that. You get someone talented. So say, for example, you sell Ethan Ampadu and you get, I don't know, a Declan Rice, argument's sake. Declan Rice will demand to start. But we don't need a Declan Rice. We've got Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic. They're predominantly who are going to start. We just need someone to come in and be a backup to all of these players and still be able to do a decent job. And I feel like someone like Declan Rice doesn't fit that criteria because he'll demand to start. Even Tchouaméni probably will demand to start because at Monaco, he's starting. He's one of the bigger players over there. And if Monaco qualifies for the Champions League, which now I'm starting to think they probably won't, I think they're up against Shakhtar Donetsk and they lost the first leg. Even then, Tchouaméni coming in and playing as a fourth fiddle, I don't know. Someone like Ethan Ampadu. I mean, look, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Tchouaméni. 100% I wouldn't mind him. But the logic behind Ethan Ampadu is that he wouldn't demand that start and he'd be happy with it. And the benefit that you're going to get out of it is, one, you can still develop him and he could turn out to be a very good player. And then all of a sudden you have a midfielder, that phantom of many topics, that you're thinking about buying. You don't need to buy anymore because you've got a midfielder and you've saved that money. And you can then buy someone else elsewhere. Maybe up top. Maybe a wing back. I don't know. So that's the ideology that I have. Let's read a couple of things about Saul Niguez. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Saul Niguez. I'm not seeing too many comments about Saul Niguez, which makes me think that you guys are not too interested about Saul Niguez. Trying to pluck out some comments about Saul Niguez here. Guys, we've got nearly 250 people live. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to well over 200 now. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe as well. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, here we go. Saul is like their Tammy. They're trying to sell because they bought a better player. Yeah, there you go. Seems like he's not wanted by Atletico Madrid. Vishnu, Saul Niguez is way too good to be fourth choice. Yeah, I mean, that's the other factor. He's probably way too good to be fourth choice. Someone already mentioned that his wages and his transfer money is going to be a lot. He's not going to be cheap. Margaret, Saul won't get playing time. That he will demand. Exactly. Victor saying Saul contributes a lot to the attack. Yeah, he does. But our style doesn't necessarily need the midfielders to be heavily involved up front because we do have the inside. Yes, Kovacic, Georgini, they do need to find those passes, key passes to the inside forwards. And then you have madness up front, right? Kante is one who does help out in attack. Kovacic is more of the connector. So the system that we have is a bit different. We've got the wing backs that help out with the attack a lot. We've got wing backs that helps out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the next news now, which is about the UEFA Player of the Year and Coach of the Year. So yeah, this one I want to come back to. This one was an interesting comment. So first of all, Thomas Tuchel nominated for UEFA Coach of the Year alongside Pep Guardiola and Roberto Mancini. Emma Hayes on the shortlist for Women's Coach of the Year. Guys, I can't see how Thomas Tuchel doesn't win this. Honestly, I can't see how Thomas Tuchel doesn't win this. The man took on Chelsea when we were 9th, hovering around 10th. Took us to top 4. Got us to an FA Cup final. Yeah, we didn't win that. Champions League victory. Beat Pep Guardiola 3 times in a row. Super Cup victory. I can't see how you don't give it to Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel deserves to win this. I don't see how Pep Guardiola wins this. I know Pep won the Premier League and won the Carabao Cup, but Man City were really going after the Champions League. And Mancini yes, he won the Euros, fantastic, but Thomas Tuchel won the Champions League, which is the toughest club football competition out there. Champions League is supremely tough. Supremely tough. For me, honestly, I'm not being biased one bit. I can't see how Thomas Tuchel doesn't win this. Anything beside Thomas Tuchel is just going to be crazy. Milton Dunleavy. Ms. Pulisic has that disease by CFC News. There you go. Pulisic has got that disease, the pandemic. In the pandemic, so he won't be featuring. That's probably why he wasn't in that open training session. So yeah, let's see what Thomas Tuchel has to say in the press conference, which is in about 40 minutes' time. And the other one is Angola, Kante, Jorginho, and Kevita Bruni are the final three players up for UEFA Men's Player of the Year award. Easy choice, right? Guys, I want to hear from you. These are the three players that are nominated for UEFA Player of the Year. Straight away, you have to be able to eliminate Kevin De Bruyne out of here. Yes, he won the Premier League. Yes, he won the Carabao Cup, but with Belgium, not much there. Jorginho won the Champions League. N'Golo Kante won the Champions League. And N'Golo Kante had 3 man of the match back-to-back leading up to winning that Champions League. Jorginho obviously was supreme in the Champions League competition. Jorginho was supreme under Thomas Tuchel along with Kante. Jorginho won the Euros with Italy and was one of their best players. By the way, who won the player of the competition for Euros, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. I completely forgot. Did Georgini win the player of the? Oh no, it was Donnarumma, wasn't it? It was Donnarumma. Yeah, but yeah, Georgini was one of the key members for Italy for winning the Euros, and Georgini was part of winning the Super Cup as well, along with Kante. So for me, Kevin De Bruyne has to be out of this straight away. Kevin De Bruyne is not even an option here. Jorginho has 3 trophies. Champions League, Super Cup, and the Euros. Kante has the Champions League and the Super Cup and those man of the match performances. For me, it's Jorginho. It's clear. It's clear as daylight. Anything besides Jorginho is an absolute travesty. Absolute travesty. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Your manager of the year, UEFA coach of the year, and your UEFA player of the year. Let me know. I want to read out some comments here. Guys, 250 live. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to well over 200. You guys have been here constantly, well over 200. You're enjoying it. I can see it. Smash the like button, get the likes up to well over 200. Participate in the poll. What would you want to do with Ethan Ampadu? Participate in the poll. 45% are saying stay and be a rotational player out of 390 votes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So you guys are not opting for a new midfielder. You are opting for him to stay. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are now running wild towards 8,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe. And check out the promo for the Tenor app. I've teamed up with the Tenor, which is a sports prediction app, free to download. Check out the link in the description. 260 of you guys. Go out there and download this. Download this right away. Thank me later. Honestly. Free app. It's a sports predictor, many sports to select on. Each sports have a set of questions that you need to answer. And if you get all of them right, you get some cash prize. Get some cash prize for free. Free to play. Premier League games that are coming up. There's a whole heap of questions about who's going to score first. How many corners, how many throw-ins, and all of that. Easy way to make some money. Easy way to make some money. So go out there and download that right now, that app. The link is in the description. Go out there and download that. Do yourself a favor and get yourself, and it's completely not gambling because it's free. You don't have to wager anything. All right, let's have a look at what you guys are saying about UEFA Player of the Year award and UEFA Manager of the Year. Crixie, it's 100% Kante. Low. Really? I mean, Kante is definitely in the mix, but you're not going to give it to Jorginho. Euros, Champions League, Super Cup. I know Kante, supreme. 3 man of the match leading up to the Champions League win. Super Cup as well. But the Euros, France got eliminated. Jorginho was important for Italy. Jorginho was important. So that definitely has some value, doesn't it? It definitely would have to have some value. Crixie is all over the Kante propaganda. Crixie wants Kante. A lot of people are actually wanting Kante. How do you pronounce these? Phytoscience? Comment. Kante deserves it. See what else everyone is saying. Adlib. My register. There you go. My register. I personally think Georgini deserves it and Thomas Tuchel deserves it. For me, that should be the case. 4 man of the match awards for Kante. Never done before. There you go. 3. I was saying 3. It's 4. 2 man of the match, semi-finals. Where's the comment? The comments are coming thick and fast. I can't even keep up. Yeah. 2 man of the match, semis and final. In my opinion, J5 was a passenger in the UCL. He did well for Italy, though no man of the match was a passenger in the Champions League. Check his performance against Porto. Check his performance against even Real Madrid. Yeah, I don't think it was a passenger. I definitely don't think he was a passenger. Harsh, in my opinion. Look, if Kante gets it, I'm not going to be upset. Definitely not going to be upset. But looks like a lot of you guys are talking about Kante here. So 100% Kante here. Michael saying not based on trophies, missed performances. Yeah, but Michael, don't you think his performances for Italy was excellent as well? Warrant some sort of weight in here? Engwako. Amiz, do you think Ole deserves to be nominated for Manager of the Year? Ole probably deserves to be... I won't say it. I don't like to say this. But yeah, it definitely doesn't deserve to be nominated for Manager of the Year. There's no doubt he deserves to be Manager of the Year. I mean, the man could not beat Villarreal in the UEFA Cup final with that team that he had. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Rashford. Madness. Gorov has to be Jorginho, 3 European trophies. Not just the trophies, the performances. I believe his performances were great. All right, let's bring an end to this. Looks like a lot of you guys are going with Angola Kante. I'll just read this out. Like, people think J5 doesn't do anything because they don't see him on the TV screens. All they see is Havertz, Mount, and Kante. J5 is crucial to Chelsea. I have to agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap things up. What a stream we had. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you guys have enjoyed. I want to see some comments here. Did you guys enjoy that stream? We covered a lot of ground. Hakim Ziyech is back. Chaliba is staying. Kounde, we're still chasing. Ethan Ampadu is still a shout to stay. Saul Niguez, apparently we're still considering. And UEFA Player of the Year and Manager of the Year. We've covered a lot of ground. Still got 240 people live. Smash the like button. Let's help me out get to 200 likes. I would love to see the stream end with 200 likes live on the stream. That would be a fantastic feat. We're literally about 31 likes away, which would be brilliant to see. 200 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Participate in the poll as well. 421 vote has come on for Ethan for the question. What do you want Chelsea to do with Ethan Ampadu? And 46% are saying stay and to be a rotational player. So looks like you don't want another midfielder to come in. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Don't leave without subscribing. Make sure you subscribe. Tanveer Ahmed, Ms. Brother, I'm also from Bangladesh. I love to see a lot more Bangladeshi people. I want to see many Bangladeshi people. It's great to see you, Tanveer. And God, like you. Ms., you articulate your points very well. That's why I come back. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much. As I've said, hope you guys have enjoyed this particular stream. We will be back 2 p.m. UK time, guys. 2 p.m. UK time. 1 p.m. is the press conference for Chelsea. 2 p.m. we are going to be here for the preview, so do look out for that. Ishan will be here and RJ will be here. So we'll be back again doing the preview. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to talk about a whole heap of things. Smash the like button before you go. Literally 27 more likes before 200 likes. And subscribe if you're here for the first time. Until next time, see ya.